Greetings. This is your brother Elder Blacklight, your motivator. Time to take out the trash. This video here is going to show you how there's no black organization, no church organization, black church organization, no black mosque, temple, organizations, block club. No one has the answer to what's about to happen to them and what's happening to them, and how to really, truly, effectively deal with what's going on. And that's why the last video I started showing the Willie Lynch papers, showing you the scientific methodology on how to divide and mentally unstabilize the black man, who is actually the God of the universe. But everything is real, and you got to deal with science. So the black man has been taken far away from science. His will has been broken. His imagination has been broken. Just about, I say, over half of the black population in the United States and elsewhere work for the government under the illusion that the dollar bill will put them in heaven or in a safe place. But the black man and black woman have lost their backbone. And if you do your research, you will see that I'm right. Because you're waiting on the answer to come from an imaginary Jesus or some kind of God that's going to help you. But God helped those who help themselves. And that should tell you something right then and there of what you need to do. Now, you're working on a great big old plantation. And when you can't get what you want as a group, you strike. You don't do nothing. The overseers, they can't make the plantation go to work. Too many of them. There's only a few overseers. When the Million Man March was called, it showed you that it could be done, that over 1 million black men can get together. But the orator, I don't know what happened, but he didn't get a call. But the crowd peacefully vacated, went home. If he would have gave the right call, we would be in a different spot. The whole entire black population in the United States of America will be in a different place right now. So we're going to give you, before this video fades away, we're going to tell you what Steve Coakley showed us a long time ago.
And let us do the trilateral piece on the school that you was through on Friday. And here it is. Now, we ain't got no megaphone here, so you got to listen here. This is the best I can turn it up.
In recent days, we've heard a lot about groups that see the U.S. government as the enemy. But that's not the only enemy they see. Even more suspect is a private group called the Trilateral Commission. It's an exclusive club of business leaders, scholars, and politicians. They meet once a year to discuss world problems. But as Anthony Mason reports, some feel the group's agenda is far more sinister.
In Copenhagen, Denmark, late last month, an exclusive club held its annual meeting. David Rockefeller and Henry Kissinger are among its some 300 influential members. But some on the far right say this was more than a meeting. They see it as part of a conspiracy to control the world by a secret society called the Trilateral Commission.
The conspiracy is to have a global government in which the elite will control the entire world, and the unwashed multitudes will have a higher loyalty to the world government than to their own provinces, such as the United States.
Jim Tucker spreads this conspiracy theory in Spotlight, the newspaper of the right-wing Liberty Lobby. He is not alone. Read Pat Robertson in his book, The New World Order. A single thread runs from the White House to the State Department to the Trilateral Commission. There must be a new world order and a world elite in charge of it all.
That's right.
Springs, Robertson writes, from the depth of something that is evil.
Yes! It's very interesting.
Even in rural Michigan, in the ranks of the so-called militia, they now believe in the global elite.
The more people that find out what's going on, the longer it's going to take them to come into the New World Order, and there's complete takeover by the banks.
It's a rallying cry that spread across the far right. The United Nations would take over America. The Trilateral Commission would control the world. Just to include Presidents Clinton, Bush, and Carter. Names like Brzezinski, Christopher, Kissinger, and Schultz. And top executives of ITT, Xerox, Exxon, and Nations Bank.
Well, there are certainly folks there with pretty broad responsibilities.
Now, we're going to go to an informant right quick, or a whistleblower, or someone let this video leak.
The question of how and why the United Nations is the crux of the great conspiracy to destroy the sovereignty of the United States and the enslavement of the American people within a UN one-world dictatorship is a complete and unknown mystery to the vast majority of the American people. The reason for this unawareness of the frightening danger to our country and to the entire free world is simple. The masterminds behind this great conspiracy have absolute control of all of our mass communications media, especially television, the radio, the press, and Hollywood. We all know that our State Department, the Pentagon, and the White House have brazenly proclaimed that they have the right and the power to manage the news, to tell us not the truth, but what they want us to believe.
So what do that mean? That all these Black Power, Black Panther, even Islam has been taken over by the enemy, and they dictate the agenda for all your black organizations, all your black movie stars, your black politicians. So this is to be continued. Islam.